Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. I know it is early. It is 9 a.m. my time, so depending on where you are, it might be even earlier. Hopefully, some people will join me this morning for my morning cup of coffee. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start talking, and hopefully some of you will join me or wake up or grab your coffee or whatever. So just to give you a quick little background on Saturday morning trainings and why it's so early, kind of fits into the whole time management theme here. So I am a mom of 2 toddlers. My son just turned 4 yesterday, and my daughter is 2. Hey, Jackie, good morning. They are 19 months apart, so they are very close in age. They keep me very busy. I have 2 dogs. I used to have 2 cats, but unfortunately one passed away, so now we only have 1. I call it my zoo because on any given day, I am probably chasing or cleaning up who knows what from either a toddler or an animal. So it's absolutely crazy. Oh, thank you. Yes, these are my old teaching curtains that I loved so much, and now that I'm not teaching, I use them to brighten up my office. So you can see, if you can't already tell, I'm all about the color theme here. So yes, Saturday morning trainings got started in my team to help with my time management because Saturday mornings are a day that my husband can watch and entertain the kids for 30 minutes so that I can get some work done. And I am completely obsessed with coffee. And so I decided, why not start trainings around my love for coffee? And so in my team, we call them coffee and color straight trainings. So that is why I'm here on a Saturday morning so early to join you guys. So thank you for the invite. A little bit else about me besides the fact that I'm a busy mom of 2 toddlers. I'm a former teacher. I taught 2 years of elementary, but mostly middle school math. I absolutely loved it. I loved what I did. I loved my job. I never saw myself giving up teaching until I was about 20 weeks pregnant with my first. And this just like switch went off. I will honestly say that I used to look at stay-at-home moms and think, why would anyone want to stay home? Like, I love my job. Like, that doesn't look like fun to me. And something just switched in my brain. You know, I guess that mom instinct was kicking in, and all of a sudden, it was the only thing I wanted to do. I wanted to find a way to stay home. So, to make a long story short, I basically saved all my teaching paychecks to be able to stay at home for 1 year with my son. My plan was to stay at home for a year and then go back to teaching. Well, plans kind of changed. So I was pregnant with my second. I got pregnant when my son was 11 months. So I was gonna go back, except for that I would have only gone back until Christmas break. And I thought, you know what, is there really any point in going back for a semester? Because I know I'm going to have my second one and I'm going to want to stay home with that one for a year too, right? So I decided to take a second year off, which went fine in the beginning. And then you all know life likes to throw you curveballs. And so we had Hurricane Irma hit here, which kind of depleted our savings account. And then my dog got sick, and then we had some cars break down, and needless to say, living on my husband's salary was just not cutting it anymore because it only covered our bills. It could not cover all these extra expenses that we all of a sudden had. So, when my dog got sick, that was kind of like the final straw. He was diagnosed with heart disease, and his medications were going to cost us $300 a month, and I knew that there was absolutely no way I could continue staying home. I had to go back to teaching. My daughter was 3 months old at the time, and I know many moms go back to work when their kids are 3 months old, but I was just distraught about it. I could not wrap my brain around it. It brought me to tears, and I looked down. I was wearing my second set of Color Straight at the time. I had tried my sample a month prior. I had just hosted a party, not because I wanted to, but because my friend said, because I was convinced my party was going to bomb. And I said, well, you know what, I will host for you if you will just give me a free set regardless of how my party does, because my party is not going to do very well. I've never hosted a party before, and my friends don't like buying from sales companies, blah, blah, blah. So she agreed to give me a free set, and I was like, okay, well, at least I get one free set out of this, so I'm a happy camper. I hosted a party. My party did well. And then I looked down at that set. I honestly have never, ever considered any kind of sales in my life, mainly because the people that I have previously come in contact to, I felt like were those like annoying salespeople. You've had them, the spammy ones that message you and you haven't talked to them in 10 years. That was all I knew about direct sales, and it just put a bad feeling in my mind. And so I was like, this is not for me. But anyway, life changed, and I needed something. And I loved these nails, and I was like, you know what? I don't care if people judge me. I don't care what people think. I'm going to give this a try. And if I can just make $300 a month, I will be the happiest person on this planet. So I jumped in and I worked my tail off. In my first full month as a stylist, I made 3 times what my initial goal was. And from that very first month, I realized that this could be something way bigger than I even thought I could make it. So anyway, that brings me to my productive priorities. So how do I make this all happen despite all this craziness? And I'm going to take a drink of my coffee because I'm not just here to hold it and have it look pretty. I actually like to drink it. I'm going to get to my sticky notes in a second. I'm obsessed with sticky notes. I would not say I'm the most organized person, or maybe I am. It's just messy organized. But I love my sticky notes. I do not have a neat planner. I don't have like calendars and stuff. It's all about the sticky notes. So I call them my 5 Ps. They are the 5 productive priorities that are essential. I do them every single day. And I will admit that there was one of these I left off in the beginning, and I'm going to tell you which one it was. And don't make my mistake, okay? So my 5 productive priorities. I'm just going to grab this and look at my notes. I should have them memorized, but you know what? It's been a crazy week. So, number 1, run or find a hostess every single day. So I run parties on Sundays and Tuesdays, and every other day I am trying to find a hostess to book more parties. So that is goal number 1, because we all know, or hopefully you know, parties are key. They are the key to everything. They are the key to sales. They are the key to building your team. They are the key to getting more parties. They are the key to everything. So if you're not having parties, got to start having parties. Message 3 to 5 people a day. This can be following up with customers. This can be checking in on teammates. This can be reaching out to a friend. This can be reaching out to someone and asking them if they want to try a sample. This could mean a lot of different things, but I always make sure I reach out to at least 3 to 5 people a day minimum. Add 3 to 5 Facebook friends. And again, we're not talking spammy sales. We're not talking completely random people that you have no idea who they are, that you've never had contact with. That's not what I'm saying. But maybe it's friending a new team member that has joined your team. Maybe it is friending someone that just requested a sample that you want to be able to follow up with in the future. Maybe it's someone that purchased from a party. Maybe it's someone that you're going to follow up with in a party and you know you want to friend request them because they're more likely to see your message. So things like that. I do not pick completely random people. Sometimes I will go through friends from college and see who their friends are and see who our mutual friends are, and then see oh yeah, I went to college with this person and I actually knew them and talked to them and had class with them, but they're not a Facebook friend. So sometimes I will do that because you want to be constantly building your network. Yes, so productive priority, it's important. And then, I only wrote down 4. Post on social media. That's the other one. See, it's early. All right, always be posting on your social media. For me, what this looks like is posting 3 to 4 times in my VIP group every day, posting at least 1 time on my personal Facebook page, not about Color Street, but about anything, and then posting once a day on Instagram. Usually it's linked so that when I post on Instagram, it posts on Facebook. So that's my number 4. And then my number 5, which I'm going to be completely honest, and I have been completely honest with my entire team about this. Number 5 is 10 minutes of personal development. And I will tell you, when I was getting started as a new stylist, this was the one I skipped because I was overwhelmed. I felt like there was so much to learn how to do. And I was like, I don't have time to read 10 minutes a day. So I started in April of 2018. I did not do personal development in April, May, or June, my first 3 months. In July, I did not go to conference, but they announced the very first Color Street cruise. Okay? I did not have plans on building a team. I did not have plans on growing this business. But there is one thing that I really enjoy, and that is traveling, and that is free traveling. Okay? So I had to take a look at my business. My sales were good. I was doing parties, and I was like, I have to find a way to get on this cruise. And that means I have to be a director, which means I have to build a team, which means I got to figure out what it is I can do that I'm not doing. And I looked at these 5 P's, or my 5 productive priorities, that I had been told for 3 months that this is what I should be doing every day. And that was the one thing I wasn't doing. And so I decided in July of 2018 that I was going to start reading personal development. And it's a game changer. So if you're not doing it, you need to do it. And this whole quarantine thing, my 10 minutes has pretty much upped to 45 minutes to an hour every day, because you got to do what you got to do. And right now in my life, I need more than 10 minutes to keep me in this positive state of mind, right? So those are my essential. Those are things that are non-negotiable. They're going to happen every single day. And if you have a day that's whatever, super nuts, and you don't get your 10 minutes in, that's okay, but catch up. So sometimes I will, like I tend to block out Saturday mornings and I'll go for like an hour walk and I'll listen to personal development the entire time I'm on my walk, and I'll just catch up for any days that I might have missed. Which book do you love? Well, so my favorite up until this month was Girl Wash Your Face, but I just read Get Over Your Damn Self, which is like probably the best book I've ever read. So that one is a must. Right now I'm reading Finish, which isn't like the best book I've ever read, but it has some very, very interesting points about why people don't finish things they start. So it's very, very intriguing. And then podcasts, I'm obsessed with Rachel Hollis. I love Trent Shelton. Those are like my two that I try to like hit every episode on. So yeah. So those are my 5 productive priorities. And then from there, because I talk to stylists all the time and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with everything I need to do in a day. And I'm like, don't focus on everything you need to do in a day. Focus on your top 5. Okay? Top 5, which is why I love my sticky notes, because you know what? They're small. So you can't fit 20 items on there, right? You can fit 5. So every single day, I write out my top 5 things that I want to accomplish for the day, besides my 5 essential priorities. Awesome with Allison is a great podcast. Oh, I haven't heard of that one. I'll have to look that one up. Yeah, so Trent Shelton is sponsored by the Hollis Company. He's like a former football player that like didn't have the career he wanted, turned motivational speaker. He's so good. He just came out with a book. Very good. I can see we have lots of personal development readers in here, so that's good. Make Your Bed. I've heard of that one, but I have not read that one. So yes. Okay, so my top 5 list. Those are the ones that change from day to day. So it's really about what needs to get accomplished that day. What are my top 5 like things that I want to get done? And then I like my sticky notes because I write them, I cross them off, which makes me feel accomplished, and then I get to throw those sticky notes away. So I don't have this notebook of mess. I don't have like a planner that has all these messy lines through it, because I just get to throw the sticky note away, and then it makes me feel accomplished. So what are some of those things, and what does that look like? I personally love following theme days because it helps keep me organized. It helps me know, okay, it's Saturday, so I know what to do because it's Saturday. It's Sunday, I know what to do because it's Sunday. So everything I try to link to a theme so that I don't need to write it down. It's just in my brain because it's catchy, and then I know what I'm supposed to do on what day. So like Sundays are my sample prep days, and they are my setting up party days. So on Sunday, I would suggest setting some kind of sample goal. Mine is 10. So my goal is to get out 10 samples every week. So every Sunday, I make and package and prep 10 samples, stamped, everything ready to go, so that when I get that sample request throughout the week, address it, pop it in the mail. There is no lag time, because we all know that the sooner we get those samples out, the sooner our orders are going to come in. So that is just something I do every single Sunday. Sample Sunday. Like follow-ups on Friday. You know, I know that every Friday, one of my 5 to-dos is going to be following up. And that's following up with orders, following up with samples, checking in with people that haven't ordered in a while, things like that. Sunday, schedule parties for the week. Oh, yes. So that's what I do. I set them up. I set up my Sunday parties for the following week. And then Sundays I run parties because that's what works well with my schedule. Shipping on Saturdays. Saturday's kind of like my shipping catch-up day. So I try to get stuff throughout the week, but Saturday is kind of like when it's like, okay, anything that hasn't gotten out this week is going out today. So like, for example, today, because we've all been like juggling this whole inventory website stuff, I'm sending out everything that I even have like partial orders for at this point, because I don't want people to wait really long for their orders. And some people's orders I haven't been able to complete yet. And so I'm just going to send out like 3 of the 4 sets with a note that says, thank you so much. Your Holy Toledo will be on its way soon in a separate envelope. Thanks for your wait, or something like that. Because I don't want people to wait 2 weeks for their orders. So if I have like half, I'm going to send out half. If I have 1, I'm going to send out 1, and just let them know the rest is on the way. And everybody has been so extremely good. I mean, I have not had 1 customer complaint about out of stocks on the website. Not 1. You know where the complaints are coming from? Not customers. Okay? It's all in how you communicate to your customers. My customers are only hearing that we are a company that is super concerned about our employees' safety, and so we are functioning at half staff, and our demand has gone through the freaking roof, which is amazing. That's all my customers are hearing, so they're just fine, like ordering from my inventory and receiving 2 shipping, things. It's all in how you promote it, okay? So if you're negative Nancy, turn the negativity around, because like I told my team the other day, if you are negative about this situation, whether you think you are or not, you are promoting that negativity to your customers. And then they're going to be upset, and then you're going to have to deal with these customer service issues that you don't want to deal with. But if you just promote what we're going through in a positive light, like we are a caring company, cares about our employees, we're mandated to do this, they have no control over it, and sales have gone through the roof and there's nothing we can do about it, they're totally fine with it. And you know what? I've had 3 people place orders on the website with the only available styles that we've had, because they're probably thinking, oh my gosh, these are all selling out and there's only 3 styles left, so I better get the last 3 styles that are left. I mean, I was shocked, but people are still ordering on the website, you guys. They are. So, little sidetrack, but promote it in a positive light, and I promise your customers are not going to be mad about this. They're going to be grateful and intrigued by this crazy booming company that can't even stock nails on their website and think, I might need to be a part of this, right? I mean, they are. Okay, so other things. I mean, you all know what your things are, coaching calls, setting up parties, sending out samples, posting thank yous, following up, things like that. So pick whatever your top 5 are for the day and just focus on those top 5. Don't try to accomplish 20, just focus on 5. And you know what? Sometimes I get my 5 done in 15 minutes and then I can add to it and get more done. Sometimes my 5 take me all of nap time, and then that's all I get done for the day. And then occasionally I don't even accomplish those 5, and that's okay. And then you know what happens? That 1 or 2 that I didn't get accomplished just moves to tomorrow's sticky note, and it's okay. It's okay. Can you tell the team how you get people to sample? How I get sample requests, basically. So a lot of it is parties, honestly. Most of the samples I send out are for parties, which is why I open up my parties a week in advance. I do 1-hour parties, but I open them a week in advance to promote samples. I promote samples for like the first 3 days that I open the party, And honestly, my goal is just to get as many people to request samples as possible so I can send them out. So majority of the requests I'm getting are from parties. The other thing that I do is when people are added to my VIP group as like a referral or from a friend, I'm always messaging them and welcoming them to my VIP group, and then letting them know that if they haven't tried a sample yet, here's my link. I will go through my VIP group from time to time, and then just like, so one thing I did like 2 months ago, which was super, super beneficial, but I went through my VIP group and I messaged every single person that I was pretty sure had not tried a sample yet. There had been people that had been sitting in there for months and just had never requested one, or they never comment, or they were invited by a friend but don't pay attention. And so I took the time to message every single person that had never tried a sample and just said, hey, I see you're in my VIP group. Like, thank you so much for your support. I don't recall ever sending you a sample. Have you tried Color Street before? And just from doing that, I would say I sent out like 25 to 30 new ones to people that like had just been sitting there. And honestly, about half of them told me that like, oh, you know what? I have been curious about these, but I was worried if I tried to do it, I would mess them up. And it was a great conversation starter for me to be like, oh yeah, these are so easy. Like, here's my YouTube video for how to apply them. I'll send you a sample and then watch it. Let me know if you have any questions, things like that. So yeah, so that was really good. And then, like I said, just building your network. So like with the adding 3 to 5 Facebook friends every day, again, these aren't like random people I'm adding. These are just like, maybe they're former coworkers that, because I was never really like a big Facebook person before Color Street. Like I had maybe like 300 friends, which I don't know, maybe sounds like a lot, but it really wasn't that many. And yeah, now I don't know where I am. Like, I think close to 2,500. And it's not like random friending. It's, friending former coworkers or people I used to work with or people from college or people from high school, And no, I do not friend request them and message them to try a sample immediately. But what I do is I try to build that relationship. And then once I've kind of rebuilt that relationship for a couple months, because we've kind of lost touch and I don't want to be spammy, then I message them and ask them to try a sample. Okay, so kind of talked about my priorities, kind of talked about my top 5 list. I don't know how I'm doing on time. I tend to, like, if you get me talking about Color Street, I can go on forever because I love it so much. But, so I'm going to talk to you about basically what my typical day looks like. So let me first just say, because I've heard it a million times, I have had people tell me so many times, oh, well, you're successful because you're a stay-at-home mom and I work a full-time job. Now, I get it. I get nap time and you don't, okay? But me being a stay-at-home mom has absolutely nothing to do with any of this success, okay? It's hard work. That's honestly what it is. So, and I will challenge my teammates. I say, call me at any time of the day and you will hear the screaming and the chaos in the background of my house and I'm not working during the day. Like, it just doesn't happen. Okay, Jackie, I'll get back to your question in 1 second. Okay, so my typical day, what does it look like? I get up at 6 a.m. and my kids typically get up between 6:10 and 6:30. So that gives me anywhere from like 10 to 20 minutes to get my posts scheduled for the day. That is the first thing I do when I get up. I schedule my VIP posts, I schedule my team posts for the day, and then I think about what I might want to post on social media later on in the day. So that's what I do at 6 a.m. And then I put Color Street away and I work out, I do my personal development, and then I focus on being a mom for the rest of the morning. So no, I'm not here working on Color Street all morning long. Absolutely not, because my house would like go crazy if I did that. Because I have, good morning, Kayla. Like, my little ones still need their eye on me majority of the time. My 4-year-old, he's starting to be a little more independent, but my daughter is like literally attached to me at all times, will not let me leave her sight for 5 seconds. So I'm not working on Color Street. And remember, I started this to be a stay-at-home mom, or to continue being a stay-at-home mom. So my focus is my kids during the day. So my entire morning, lunch, everything, kid time, and then on a good day, we get nap time, okay? Nap time is my Color Street time. Nap time is what I call power hour, or power hours if I'm lucky. And as soon as those kids go down, it's like the Energizer Bunny comes out, and I work as hard and fast and productive as I can in that time span, because I have no idea how long it's going to last. Good days, I get 2 hours, sometimes 2.5. Other days I get 1 hour. Some days nobody wants to nap in my house, and then I just got to roll with it. So nap time is the bulk of my Color Street time. It is my most productive time. It is when I am doing my priorities. It is when I'm doing my top 5 list, and that is when I focus. And then when my kids get up, or if they decide not to nap or whatever, because you got to roll with it, it's just like teaching, really. If you're a teacher and you're watching this, it is just like teaching. Because how many times have you had a lesson planned and it didn't go as planned, or your technology doesn't work and you roll with it, or quarantine starts and you start virtual learning, whatever. Like, you constantly just have to adapt. That's life. And then I just go about my day, and I'm with my kids, try to be present. Like, I will admit, I will like check my phone occasionally and respond to messages, but I'm not working. And then I work when they go to bed. So, Monday through Thursday is like my nights that I'm working after they go to bed. It's not like as focused of work as my nap time power hours, because those are like my hardcore, like, get stuff done hours. But it's like, just like casually, what else do I need to do? What else do I need to do? And just kind of like getting it done. I try to take Friday nights off. That's kind of like my, date night, my, reward for working hard during the week. And then, like I said, weekends are a lot lighter. I work on the weekends, but not near as much as I do during the week. So like I said, Saturday mornings are like trainings for our team. We do them every other week. And then, I'll try to get stuff ready to ship out. But other than that, the rest of my Saturday is pretty much off, spending time with my family. And then Sunday, it's kind of the same thing, like check in here and there, but nothing like, super time consuming. And then, like I said, Sunday nights, I'm prepping for the week, setting up parties, running parties, prepping samples, but most of my Saturday is free too. So, I always tell people, if you could make a full-time salary, or more than a full-time salary, working like only 4 hours a day, but you were told in order to do that, you'd have to work really hard, wouldn't you do it? I mean, I know most of us would. So, you know, I hate when new stylists say, how much do you work? How much time do you put in? Because I don't want to tell a new stylist, oh, I probably put in like 4 hours on average, 4 to 5 a day. But I mean, come on, that's not bad. When you look at the grand scheme of things. Okay, so there was one question I missed that I'm going to go back to, and then I'm going to wrap you up with some, hopefully some positive wisdom over here. Let's see. Can't remember where that question was. Oh, Jackie, how do you keep track of people you've reached out to? Ugh. You know, I don't have the best system in the world, but I have a notebook that kind of just says like person, date, checked in on sample. I mean, I have no organized system, but it works for me because I'm all about the pen and paper stuff. And I just follow a system for follow-ups. So it's like okay, so I don't even know what month it is right now. May. So it's May. So in May, I'm going to follow up with everybody that ordered last month, and I'm going to follow up with everybody that ordered 6 months ago. And that's just kind of how I do it. And then obviously, like when they're parties, I'm following up with everybody before the party closes. So they kind of get like an initial follow-up and then like a 1 month follow-up and a 6 month follow-up, which I know is completely different than what a lot of people do, because a lot of people follow that 2-2-2. But I don't know. I saw a great training one time and she did this and I tried it and it works. And so that's what I do. Any suggestions on when trying to book parties and it's a hard no? All my friends were already in this nail bar. I mean, if it's a hard no, I don't like push the issue. But I usually will say like, well, hey, why don't we give your friends some time to like try those nails? Like, can I follow up in 2 months? Like, that might be a better time for you to host a party or something like that. Okay, so couple little quotes to leave you with, because I'm all about the positive quotes. So here's one thing that I follow is I kind of always tell myself, if you want to find that success, you have to be the hardest working person in the room. Okay. So I try to, I guess, always be mindful of that. I try to look at the people across this company that are seeing tons of success and learn from them and try to figure out, is there anything that they're doing that I'm not doing? Is there anything that I could be doing better? Is there anything that I could be doing and working harder? And I try to always kind of like keep that mindset to work as hard as I can with the time that I am given. Okay. I know that there are, well, not currently, but like I know that there are people in this business that, you know, their kids are in school and they get to work like during the day and like really treat this like a full-time job, but that's not my life. That's just not the life I'm living, you know. I'm living the stay-at-home mom toddler life, and so for me, I need to work as hard as I can during nap time and during bedtime, because that's my life, that's my reality, and that's, you know, honestly, I wouldn't want it any other way. I don't know what I would do if my kids weren't here to, you know, cause chaos all day. I love the chaos. In fact, my motto is embrace the chaos. Don't let it stress you out. Just embrace it. My other thing that I try to keep in mind, and I read this in one of my personal development books. It actually might be the one I'm reading now. But it said, what can you bomb at so that you can be more successful at your business? Because let's be honest, you cannot do everything well. You just can't. Okay? So I personally hate cleaning my house and cooking. Hate it. So I decided I'm okay with bombing in the department of having a clean house and bombing in the department of being, housewife of the year. Because one, I don't like it. And two, if I have free time, I'm going to spend it on Color Street because that is what I enjoy and that is what I love. And I tell my husband the same thing. I'm like, I'm sorry this is a mess, but if the kids nap for an hour, I'm going to work on Color Street. I'm not going to clean the house. It's not going to happen. I find times during the day where we can make it a fun little thing and we get a little cleaning done, but it's not a lot. I mean, the house is a mess and it's just, that's how it is. And I set a goal for myself that like when I got to a certain rank, then that would be my reward for working hard, is to get to hire somebody to clean my house. I finally got to do that last October. So I had my cleaning people for 5 months. And then quarantine happened. So now I'm back to a messy house and trying to do it myself. But, what can you give up? What can you give up that you don't need? Do you really need to be scrolling through Facebook? Do you really need to whatever you're taking on that doesn't bring you joy, just don't worry about it. Bomb at something so that you can be successful at your business. And then stay positive, right? I know everything going on right now is not ideal, but I can promise you that the negativity is not going to help your business. It's going to pass to your customers. It's going to pass to your team. And you're not going to get to where you want to be by being negative. Okay? But if you're positive, it's the ones that find a way to overcome their challenges and to find a solution and to find a new way to do things that maybe they hadn't thought of before. Those are the ones that are going to see success. And so I'm constantly telling my team, do not push those parties. Don't you dare push those parties. Don't you dare cancel those parties. Don't tell me you can't run a party because of out of stocks. Don't tell me you're not going to sign up any new stylists because it's a bad time. Of course it's a bad time if you have that mindset. It's a great time. I ran 3 parties this week. I told Jackie I had so many orders coming in. I thought I was going to lose my head but nobody could order online, and that was okay. I just took their orders down, and what I had, I mailed out to them. What I didn't have, I wrote it down, and I'm trying to get orders in, and I just communicated, hey, it might be a while. Are you okay with a wait? If you're not okay with a wait, here's some alternative styles in my inventory. And a lot of people are saying, well, that's because you've been in the business for a while and you have an inventory. No, it's not. I signed up 5 stylists last month, and 3 of the 5 bonus qualified in a week, guys. They don't have inventory, okay? They don't have a full stock inventory. It's finding a solution to the problem. It's finding a new way to do things that you haven't done before. Getting creative, people are just coming together and helping each other, and it's a great thing to watch. But my newest stylist, she just had her launch party on Tuesday night. She has not even gotten her kit yet. The only inventory she has is her personal inventory that she has previously bought from me, which is 10 sets. You guys, She had a $425 launch party. And none of her customers are upset that they might have to wait 2 weeks for nails. Not a single one. Not a single one. She's shipping out the styles she can. We're swapping for the styles she needs. We're making it work, and everything else. She's just ordering when she can, and everyone is being so understanding. And so that's why I'm telling everybody, no, like you don't have to be a veteran stylist with a huge inventory to be making this work right now. You don't. Like, you just have to get creative, and you have to stay positive, and you have to find a solution. And you know what? When this is all over, your business is going to thrive because of it, because you've just found a new way to do things that you'd never even thought of, right? So, anyway, 5 stylists. Tell us how. Oh, Jackie, I wish I could tell you how. Okay, I don't normally recruit 5 stylists a month. I am not a rock star recruiter by any means. I call myself a consistent recruiter. I normally sign up like 2 to 3 a month. I had a downline that is very motivated. She's a newer stylist, and she said to me, I'm going to recruit 5 stylists this month, and I'm telling you because I want to put my goal out there and make it known. So she did this, and then I thought to myself, because I'm a competitive, I was like, well, if she's going to sign up 5 stylists a month, there's no reason I can't sign up 5 stylists a month. And so I made my goal 5 stylists a month. And I just put it out there that, you know what? And I told her, I said, you know what? I decided since you're going to sign up 5, I'm going to sign up 5 this month too. Just write your goals down and put it out there. It's really all it is. Put it out there. Believe you can do it, and it'll happen. I mean, it's really that easy. Customers can't wear all 4 sets at once anyway. Exactly. Right? As long as they have one coming their way immediately, they're going to be good until they get the rest, And I've even been like, I mean, if people are really like not able to get what they want, I'll send them I'll just kind of if they have to choose alternates and whatever, I'll say hey, why don't you let me know what your favorite out of stock is, and I'll send it to you next time or something like that. There's so many different things that you can do. Yes, Jumpstart, Circle of Excellence. Yes, all those things. I would have never recruited a single person if it wasn't for Jumpstarts. I'm just goal-oriented and money-motivated, and that's honestly the only reason I ever added anybody to my team, was because I wanted the Jumpstart bonuses. And then, like I said, thank goodness they announced that cruise, or I probably would have never built a team at all ever. I just wanted a free trip. Are you offering the biz to hostesses and party guests? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I will say that I don't necessarily offer it to everyone, although I know that I should, because I kind of like to gauge how the party is going to go. But yes, if I can tell that the party is going to do amazing and I can tell it's going to do really well, I always offer the opportunity before the party even starts. Sometimes I'll wait to see how it goes and see, but again, I shouldn't be prejudging somebody's success, because I've seen plenty of people not have a great party and are amazing stylists. So that's something I'm personally working on to overcome, because I do think I sometimes prejudge this opportunity when I really should just be offering it to every single person. And then yes, party guests, absolutely. I present the opportunity in every single party, and I present it again when the party is ending. So they always see the opportunity twice. One time is more of a personal why I did it post, like ask me anything post, and another one is a little more like business, this is what you can get kind of thing. Okay, any last questions before we wrap it up? I'm pretty sure I went over my time, so sorry about that. And I'm pretty sure my coffee is cold, but that is the story of my life. If I ever get to drink hot coffee, then I know it's gonna be a good day. Okay. All right, ladies. Well, thanks for tuning in. It was so nice to chat with you guys this morning, and thank you for the invite. Hopefully you learned at least something. I always say if you can take at least one thing away, then it's not a waste of your time. So have a good one.